Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be presenting on a digital forensic tool called USBForensic Tracker. I'm going to be using Gibento, which is a portable digital forensic incident response toolkit designed for live forensics and incidents response investigations. Bento DFIR toolkit provides to first responders a complete and easy way to face the most common activities like identification, information gathering, acquisition, seizure, and preservation of digital evidence. So I'm going to click on forensics and then choose USBForensic Tracker. The operating system that we are using is a 64-bit, so we're going to choose USBForensic Tracker 64-bit. We are waiting for the setup for the USBForensic Tracker to pop up. This is the interface of the USBForensic Tracker. We are using version 1.1.3. We click here on the run for it to be run the external devices that we have been inserted on our machine. So there are various menus that we can see here. We just run through all of them. We will start with the registry USB store. Whenever we insert a USB drive into a computer, a registry key with the name USB store is created. This registry key stores information about the USB device, and whatever information and the operating system needs to know can be found in this registry key. So this is the description of the USB that we have been connected to the machine, the first connection date, the serial number, and the source, which is the extension USB store, is the information that you can get from this registry USB store. Then we also have the registry EMD management. The EMD management is external memory device management. So this registry stores the information of the external memory devices that we have accessed this machine. This stores all the registry keys of all the external memory devices, excluding the non-system drive. So the non-system drive is not stored in this external memory device management. And the root is the EMD MGMT extension, as we can see here on the sources. This is the extension that is given to all the records in this EMT management. Then we move on to accessed files. It shows you all the files that were accessed when a USB device was connected, and also shows the registry key on the source. So this is the information of all the USB devices that were connected to the machine, and the source, which also is the extension that will show you which type of device was connected. We move on to the registry device classes. These are the classes of the external devices that were used on the machine. It shows the connection date. This is the connection date. The description of the external device is given on this column. There is the connection date, there is the serial number, and also there is the source, and also it shows the extension of the source of the device, different classes of devices that will have been accessed on the machine. We then move on to the registry mounted devices. The mounted devices key stores information about the various devices and volumes mounted to the NTFS file system. It shows you the description. This is the description of all the mounted devices, the serial number, the volume global unique identifier, and the source of the external devices that will have been connected to the computer, and the extension is mounted devices. That shows you it is a mounted device that was connected to the machine. We move on to set up API log. Set up API log. In these log files are stored all events related to drivers and devices loaded onto the system, with timestamps and which drivers were loaded. They allow you to determine when external devices were plugged in for the first time. It shows you device install date. This is when it was first installed. It also shows you when a malicious driver was loaded onto a system, what drivers were loaded on for an unknown device to determine its functionality, proving a device was successfully installed and accessible. And the extension for this setup API log is a .log to show you all the setup API logs that were logged on our machine. We move on to mount a registry mounted points 2. Mount points 2 is a registry entry that stores data to USB devices, such as USB keys and removable hard drives. It shows the security identifier. This is the security identifier. The user that was logged on. For example, the user profile that was logged on was Chish. Then the volume global unique identifier, the last modified date, and the source with an extension mounts points 2 to show you that it mounts point 2 registry item that has been logged. We move on to Windows 10 event log. It shows you the events that were logged on our Windows 10 machine. It can give you the description of the item that was logged, the connection date, the serial number, the computer name, the event ID, record ID, and the source. We chose Windows 10 because our machine is running on Windows 10, so we couldn't choose Windows 7. If we choose Windows 7, nothing comes out because the operating system is a Windows 10 event log. Then we move on to registry WPD. Registry WPD, it's a registry of Windows portable devices. These are the portable devices that were logged onto our Windows machine. As we can see, the description of the examples of USB disk 2.0. You've got Jet Flash Transcend 16 gigabyte. We have the connection date. We have the serial number. Then we have the friendly name or a drive letter that the external device was connected to, and we also have the source that is stored in the registry. Here we can also mount forensic image. We can actually mount a forensic image that we can be able to analyze for any investigation that we are undertaking, to see that the information that was stored on our external device was not tampered with. We can also actually mount using this drop down. You can choose D, then you can actually make a copy, a shadow copy of it. Extraction in progress. Then the extraction is completed, so we have an image. Then we can also analyze the Windows registry files and log files stored in a custom folder. We can also, we will not illustrate on Mac system and Linux, since we are not running Linux or Mac operating systems. We are running on a Windows. We can actually get the serial number of a connected USB drive, I have a USB drive that is connected, and it is connected on D, and we can actually get a serial number, and that's the serial number of the USB that is connected to our machine. We can also export our information that we have gathered. We can save it as forensic. We can save it. We can now go to documents. We look for forensic. That's our CSV Excel file. These can now be taken to R or Python for further analysis, to look into our incident response, to get a deeper understanding from the information that we have gathered from our USBForensic Tracker. So in short, this is about it, about USBForensic Tracker. We can track and see which devices were connected. Probably there was an incident when a virus was brought into our company. We can actually track which USB external devices were connected to our machine, and we can actually pick a device with such a particular name, and the serial number was the one which was used when the day the virus was brought into our company. Thank you.